Fiber Arts. Today we are going to look a little bit at how a different colored base can change your entire fiber prep and the yarn that you end up with. What I'm working with now is this gloriousness right here. This is Mineral Springs, and these are the luxury kettle-dyed Mills Ends from Fresh Lotus Design. And I got these at the Maryland Sheep and Wool Festival. And I love these. Every year I get like a bag or two, but this year I went overboard and got a couple more. I really like this color. And there's all kinds of stuff in here. I don't really want to take everything out because I have kind of prepped this other stuff. But what I wanted to show you was all of these locks here. This isn't even all of them in the first bag. There's still probably this much more. So here are the luxury locks we're working with. Teeswater and Wensleydale. But what I've done is I've taken the locks, which I like to use to put in a little texture. This is some coarser fiber, which I'm not going to use when I'm blending my actual batts. This is wool that's a longer staple, and it's kind of coarse. And I mean, it's nice, but I wouldn't put it next to my skin, you know? So I use that to just kind of mix these little testers up. And you can see what I've done here is I have this one on an oatmeal kind of colored base. This is on the Shetland and nylon green top that I have for sale on my website, blend. This is on oatmeal. Again, different type. It has some viscose neps in it, if you can see, and it has some flax in it as well, and it's really, really pretty. And this is one of my favorite ones, I think, although I like them all, but for different reasons. This is on this orange base here. This is on the hazelnut base, and this is just a gray and white blended base that is kind of a neutral background for most things. So I used this fiber and some of these, and I have other stuff to add that's in that bag. There's like some sparkle, there's Firestar, there's all kinds of cool stuff. So I'm going to use that stuff too, but I didn't want to waste all the goodness on all of my trowels. This is just to give you an idea of what you can do with this. The bases, and so for like this oatmeal base, so when you spin this up, and I think what I'll end up doing today, we'll just do like a little short spinning demo, and we'll spin up each one on my e-spinner just real quick, and not even finishing the final yarn, but I'll just do a quick spin and chain ply of each of these, or at least a little bit of each of these, and we can kind of get a sense for what kind of yarn you might come up with. So this one I didn't blend completely. I just used the oatmeal base because I just did one layer of what a batt would be, and then of course these would be layered on top when I do my batt. And I like that look. And of course there'll be some sparkle in here and a little more texture. I really like this one with the neps. I feel like it's just really pretty. I do love a tweedy yarn. It's hard for me to say no to tweed. The other thing though that I really like is I love the way the darker colors pop against the green. I really, really like this one. Now, I will be honest, orange is probably one of my least favorite colors for me personally, but I really like the way this orange and turquoise are playing together. And I think it looks really cool. In fact, I spun a yarn this past summer that was turquoise and orange. It was called Tortoiseshell, and it was one of my favorite spins of all time. So I never say never to any color. Even if I'm like, hey, not my favorite, let's see what it looks like. This is one of my favorites right now. I think these two are probably, well, these three. And that's the beauty. I have enough that I can make stuff out of all of these. So I will love to have your input here and tell me which one of these you like now and which one of them you like when we get to this final yarn and see what we've got. So here is the chestnut or hazelnut base, which I also really like the way the hazelnut plays with the mineral colors. And this, of course, gives you a muted color, totally different look with the muted colors. But I really like the muted. But for now, I'm going to say that I'm going to pick, I'm going to pick two favorites. Yeah, okay. I'm going to say this one and this one are my absolute favorites. So let's spin the green one first, and then we'll spin the tweedy one, and then we'll just kind of quickly time lapse through these, okay? I decided to start with the Tweety bits here. And just for simplicity and speed, I'm just going to keep, I'm not going to do anything fancy. I'm just going to spin right from this little strip. Some of them have more fiber in them than others. This one, I think, has a nice blend of the oatmeal and the locks and the dyed wool. So let's check this out. Actually, before I get too far here, let's arrange this properly. Start slower so I can get a sense for what our draw is like. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to try to do this in a short forward draw. Let's see, I just got to pick a right speed. And we're going to pick a size here that we want to do. That's too fast. Let's turn it down a little bit. That's way too much twist. There we go. Let's take a look and see what we got. Yeah, little poofy there. And I'm going to try to spin these the same, relatively close to the same thickness. And I'm going to try and chain ply all of them also for ease of doing this. All right, let's take a little check here in just a second. We'll see what I'm spinning to get an idea. And some of these locks, you know how when you watch me do this, I usually cut them in half. Some of them I left long, like this is a long lock right here. Let's add a little bit more twist. Let's see what we get here. Oh yeah, that's a little better. Even a little more twist I think I could do with, but oh, that is really pretty. So the base on this has some flax in it too, which is not much. You don't have to do anything special to spin it when it's like this. I've never actually spun straight flax. My wheel has a place for a distaff, but I don't have one. Trying to make this a little bit thicker. I'm going for a DK weight here. And I'm trying to do it fast. There we go. Oh, that I like that. That is very lovely. Let's see what we're doing here. So that is about, well, that's about an 18. That's maybe a little thick, but doesn't matter for my purposes here. So if it's an 18, it is. 18 it is. Let's do 18. All right. So in the essence of time, I am not going to really let the twist settle in this. I'm just going to go right ahead and I'll probably spin a few bobbins at a time and then chain ply. Next one up, let's see here. Let's do this brown base. This one, for some reason, speaks to me. And again, I like brown, but it's not a color that I wear very often. But I think, again, that the Mineral Springs blend goes really well with it. So, oh, and this one, which I'm going to add in as well, I put a little Airy Piece Silk in this one. I just was seeing if I liked the way it played, and I did. So I was planning on using Airy Piece Silk in this blend as well with all of them. Although it definitely looks better. In fact, I think that the Airy Piece Silk looked the best in the orange base, honestly, with the turquoise stuff. So it's going to be really interesting. I'm really excited to do this. In fact, I have more than one love, so I'm going to make up multiple batts. I have 36 ounces of fiber, so I have, more than a couple of pounds. So I'll have plenty for you guys. Ooh, that's pretty though. I'm liking the brown. I'm gonna I just love color. It's really hard for you to find a color I don't like, but my true love is green and blue. So, but I'm always trying to broaden my color horizons. Oh, in fact, which leads me to, just today, they opened the classes at 2 p.m. for sheep and wool, Maryland sheep and wool, and I got into 2 workshops, and I'm super excited. The first one is a fiber prep color theory class, which I'm really looking forward to. And that was my number. If I could only get into one, that was the one I wanted. And so right at 2 o'clock, the website was super sluggish and slow. And I was like, I am never going to get through. But I did. So I'm taking that class. It's by, oh my goodness, I'm going to forget her name now. She is the owner of Hip Strings. I want to say it's Jill. I'm very excited. And the other one is I have a 1980 something Leclerc four tie loom that I've used maybe twice, and I want to learn how to use it. And I've totally forgotten how to do my warping, the cross, winding the warp and all that. So I can learn how. They're going to teach me how to do that and all the stuff. So I'm really looking forward to being able to use my four shaft loom for patterns with my hand spun. It's going to be so cool. So, but the color prep class, oh, I'm so excited because you have to bring your own stuff. It's like bring your own spinning wheel, hackle, combs, blending board, whatever you're comfortable with as far as either combs or a blending board. And since I have all of them, I think I'm going to take all of them and just see what's happening and decide what I want to use. I'm going to go ahead and do a little time lapse here so you can see this brown base, which I really like. And then we will chain ply. I think I'm going to go ahead and do this on everyone. I'll try to do at least a little bit of this in the time lapse so we can conserve time to talk about the yarn at the end. All right, we're about ready here. I just need to switch to S. I need to slow down a little bit because my chain plying on here always takes me a minute to get rolling. All right, and we are going to do my oatmeal. This is the first one, oatmeal BFL with Visco Neps flax. And I don't know, there's a bunch of other stuff in there. I can't remember it all. All right, so I'm going to make a little loop here. Usually I have everything behind me to my left, but for this, it tends to work a little bit better if it's in the front, I think. Let's see how our draw is coming along here. There we go. Ooh, this is pretty. And remember, this is going to be the Tweety background. The actual fiber that I'll be blending with is going to be nice. Is going to be luxury next to skin soft, so it'll have a different appearance to it than this. Has a lot more halo, and that's because of the fiber that I'm using, which is Mystery Mills Ends. It's a longer staple, it's coarser, so it doesn't really require as much twist as, say, merino. But this looks really cool. I like the way this one looks. Woo! And of course, we're going to get into the brighter colors too. I love the bright colors. You know me. I'm going to do some that are just all Mills Ends fibers and just super bright. Like I don't know if you guys remember the neon green one I did last year, and then I applied it with the butterfly garden, and oh, it turned out so cool. I wish I had a whole sweater made out of it. See how we're doing on this one. I took all the tension off, and that's probably going to come back to bite me in the butt. We shall see. I like chain plying on this, and I don't like chain plying on this, mostly because I don't like the lazy Kate. I really, really don't like vertical lazy Kates. Obviously, the mineral colors are really muted, but I still think it looks beautiful. I've got high hopes for the one with the orange base. I think it's going to look really cool. We're going to do a little time lapse here for the brown. I really do like the way this is coming together. And we'll keep working our way through all these and see the final yarns at the end. I'm going to have to go back and forth between spinning and chain plying and winding because my other bobbins are occupied. So I only have 3 bobbins at the moment. Usually I have 5. So here we have the orange base. They're the kind of rusty orange color. So let's try this. I even remembered to change it to the right direction. However, this might be a little fast on the spin. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's just right. One of the other ways that I could spin this would be when I make the batt, I'll probably spin from the fold. If you look this way, I can get some of this as one, but I don't have all the layers built up yet, so it's not quite spin from the foldable. Let's try a piece and we'll just give it a go. See what happens. look and see if I can tell the difference. I guess it's a little brighter orangey here than it is there. So this was the one I was more excited about because I like the pops of the turquoise in here and the bright blue, but it's kind of looking a little bit muddy when it goes on. But that is why we do this. I think that I'm either going to go with the neutral base. I really liked the oatmeal one, but the brown also was not too muddy. It was more like this beautiful brown with these nice deep colors in there, which I think looks really good. So, and then this is the third one here. So we're gonna continue with this one and see what we get. Yeah, I just decided spinning from the fold was a waste of my time, so we're just gonna go regular here. All right, so we're gonna chain ply this orange one here, the orange base. So this is going to be a really good way to show you that what I do in the background. You know, before you see it, I've usually already done all this, and I kind of know what I like and how everything's going to come out. Although I always reserve the right to change my mind. Sometimes halfway in, I have a brainstorm, and I'm like, wait a minute. But mostly I do this, which is the boring stuff in the background. This one I was really trying to find something that I liked as a base. Um, I know that I thought the neon stuff that I made was really cool, but other people weren't as interested in it as I was. So I'm always trying to find something that other people like in addition to what I like. We are ready for the green base, which I really like this green base. And again, I would add more stuff to this. There'll be like some shiny stuff. I just want to see how the colors play. And the green base on this one is the top that I have for sale, the Shetland and Bio Nylon. It's really nice. I have a sock pattern with a Christmas tree pattern on it that I'm going to do. I've had the pattern for a long time, and I've always been looking for the right spin and the right yarn. And I think that the Bio Nylon is going to be the winner. This blend, I don't think it's going to be, it's not too dark, it's not too light. I think the pattern will show up well on it. All right. So this is pretty, but it really does mute the colors, and I think I'm losing a lot of my pop in the darker background colors, even though I really, really liked the brown one as far as like the darker hues go. Let's take a look at this one. So actually, this is gorgeous. It's gonna be really pretty. I don't know how Mineral Springs it's gonna look, but it's really pretty. We are now chain plying the green base. This is the oatmeal that is BFL. See how this one spins up. I think I'm going to like this one too. At this point, I think I'm leaning towards a lighter base, although I will show them all when we're done and take a peek and see what we like. I'm not 100% sold on any one in particular. All of them have colors that I like. It's just that some are more muted, some, and I can adjust that a little bit, which is why I wanted to see this too, because I paid attention to what percentage of the base I used to the lock. So I'm just going to change the percentage in some of these, and I think that'll also really turn out to something beautiful. I see I've given up on my forward draw. Let me try to do them all the same. I was just talking, I'm like, all of a sudden, I'm like, yeah, that is not what I've been doing. Here we have the gray base and the final one. We'll get this on here super quick, and then we'll take a look at these final yarns. I do apologize. Some of these I did not get the chain ply. I thought I had it on time lapse, but it did not record. So I will show you though all of these final yarns here coming right up. Here we have our final yarns. Well, not the final. These are they haven't set the twist yet on them, but I did want to give you the right idea here of what we have, and then you can tell me which one you like. I think that this one is my favorite, and I'm gonna bump up the color on it with the locks, and I think that's gonna be really cool. And surprisingly here, the brown one I really like as well. Let's see if I can zoom in on this a little. And I think that this is gonna look really cool dialed up as well. This one is nice, it's just a little more muted, but I really like that. But I think this one is my winner. And then here's the green one that I was really excited about, and it kind of muted it too much. It's kind of blah, so that's why we test it. This is the oatmeal one, which I find kind of blah as well. So I think these two I can feel pretty comfortable saying I don't really love them. But this one I love, this one I really like, this one I love, and then this one, and I usually am like a big fan of all the bright popping colors, so I'm also gonna do one that's just all straight up locks and the fiber that goes with this, and it'll be super bright because, you know, that's what I like. But the orange one, I'm not really feeling it. I'll feel it in the fall, maybe it's like a pumpkin patch kind of a color there. Let's see if we can zoom in here. I tend to move too quickly. My husband's really the good one at this freehand stuff. So let me know what you like. And then next week, I'm going to show you some of these drum carded up. I'm definitely going to drum card some of these and make some roll ags. And probably a little of this, but I think I'm going to do this one and this one to start, and one that's straight up, all locks and luxury fiber, Mills ends. All right, so I will see you guys next time. Oh, and this one I didn't spin for the video yet. This is a blend of the green and this gray base, and I made it a little bit lighter. And I think this one actually has some potential as well. I'm gonna spin this up and see if I like it. So I will see you guys here next time. And please comment on what you like. There's lots of good stuff up on my website right now. I do have the custom top still available. It's at the introductory price, probably for another week, and then I'll raise it back up. And then the recycled wool with the silk sari, which is really fun to spin, and it spins beautifully. So I will see you guys next time. Until then, spin happy. Thanks for sticking around. Here is a sneak peek of Mineral Springs on rolled oats. This will be next week's video. I'll show you how to do it and some other stuff too. Doesn't this just look funny? Until next time, spin happy.